Hi, everybody. This is Cheryl Abram and Person Centered Cyber. Welcome to Security in the Black. This is your profitable cybersecurity news. Y'all look at my shirt that I just got today. Yes, ma'am. This is Security in the Black. Thank you. I like it. I got it off of Canva. I know Canva did shirts. They do. I like this one. So I'm gonna give me some more. I'm gonna get a white one. It's gonna have black in black. Okay, so all right. I have some really interesting stuff tonight, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at pictures. I have websites I want to show you, and of course, at the end, we're going to talk about our cybersecurity after dark topic, which is going to be a lot of fun. All right. So first, the first story in the news is fakes. Now, many of us have LinkedIn pages, okay? And you know how people be trying to connect with you, okay? And some of y'all just be clicking connect, just automatically, just connect, just happy to get somebody to connect with you. I'm gonna need y'all to stop doing that, okay? Because they got fakes out there. All right. Now let me show you these things. This is crazy. I looked at this, I was like, this is nuts. Okay. Look at these two chicks right here. That's fake. Those are not real. They were created by artificial intelligence. Now, this dude wrote an article, and I'm gonna post all this stuff at the bottom so y'all can see it. So what he was doing was he went on LinkedIn. He has a LinkedIn page, and he started noticing that a lot of the people who were asking to connect with him were in the same profession, and they were all women. Okay. So he got a little suspicious, and I know exactly what he's talking about because I've done that a time or two myself. Like this girl, she looked weird to me. Like something's up with this. Okay, I'm very discriminating on my LinkedIn. Okay, I do not accept everybody. I don't care if they the lead of cybersecurity in whatever. I do not care. Okay, so he got curious. So what he did was he noticed that the profile photos were what's called generated adversarial network photos, or GAN. All right. If you go to Wikipedia and look up GAN, you ain't gonna understand a thing you read there, okay? Because I didn't. It's machine learning and AI, unless you know all that stuff. I'm reading, I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, so he did all that, and he because of that, he looked at all of his connections, okay? He ended up finding out, and he goes through the whole process that you're going to read in the article that I post. The whole process, right? He had 300 GANs that he accepted connections to. All right. So I'm going to need y'all to go run to your LinkedIn and see what's up. Now, the way that he found it was very interesting because, I mean, look at these things. They look real. Okay. Look, here's another one. There she go. Look at Adeline. Just as fake as she want to be. Okay. So what he found was he read the bio, and then there was like a particular part of the bio. He did a Google Dork, okay, on that part of the bio, and it came back with a whole bunch of people. So it had been just, repeated. And that's what triggered him to, all right, these things are fake. So websites that actually do this, and I had no idea that there were websites that did this. One of them is called thispersondoesn't.com. Okay. It's just a picture of a person. It's just, that's it. It's just a picture of a person. This person doesn't exist.com. All right. But you can actually do this, and there are legitimate reasons to do this. Okay. If you have businesses and you do train like I do, right? I'm gonna start using this thing right here for the people that I use, for trainings, because you don't want to use real people sometimes, right? So this other website is called generated.photos. So it's just, AI just in there creating faces that are not real. Okay. But the thing is, on LinkedIn, if you accept a connection from a fake person, from a GAN on LinkedIn, it's no telling what the real person behind that, what their motive is. So you don't want to connect to that person or add that person or non-person to your network, okay? Because they can, they can just do all kind of things. So what he says here is that he says this is the type of threat in the type of setting, meaning LinkedIn, that could literally ruin a life, a career, or even bring down a company when the wrong person clicks on a link, sends over their resume, agrees to a fake consulting gig, or gives away too much access or information. Sure, they could also be trying to sell you weight loss pills, talk to you about your car warranty, or perhaps something less dastardly. Maybe they're bots creating profiles to bypass login, wall protection, and hoover up as much information as they can. One thing is for sure, they're here for something they probably shouldn't be. So let me tell you what he used. He used a tool called Sensity.ai. 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 It helps detect fraudulent AI generated photos. And I'm sure there's other things that'll do that too. But if I was you, go look on your LinkedIn. Okay, now you know the people that you know and that are real, but I know a lot of us have a lot of connections. We ain't never heard of these people before, seen these people before. They got really nice pictures. They're smiling. That the bio is nice. Everything is there. Everything is there. Okay. So we really have to use scrutiny when it comes to connecting with people on LinkedIn. Users aren't the only ones who need to look out for bad links. Just stop clicking on links, okay? You ain't got to connect with everybody that asks you, okay? All right, now let's talk about the CAP exam. A lot of y'all folks are interested in the Certified Authorization Professional, and I think that's amazing. I am a firm believer in risk management, and I think every single cybersecurity professional should have some kind of risk management certificate or certification. That, and not just if you work in the federal government, okay? Cybersecurity is about risk, okay? It's about managing risk. I don't care however else you define it. At the end of the day, you're managing risk. That's what you're doing. Every single cyber professional needs to have something on their resume, okay, regarding risk management. And most times that's the CAP. Well, the CAP is not the only game in town, okay? Now, y'all know I took the exam and I passed it. But the CAP is nice. But all the CAP is RMF. ISC squared went to this website, pulled some stuff off of that and called it the CAP. Okay, it's the exact same thing. All right. So other people have the exact same thing. So let me show you who else, who else out there is doing something with risk management. Okay. The risk management framework, or enterprise risk management. Which is what I learned enterprise risk management first before I learned the NIST one, okay? But they come together. They have to. They absolutely 100% have to come together. So let me show you some stuff over here, okay? Let me pull this down. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you so you can see some of these other, and they're not even alternatives to CAP. They're just like, yeah, I got that. I know that. They're just other things you can do if you want to. And I believe they're just as valuable. Okay. Okay. Now, so I don't want to show you that one right now. Did I want to show that one right now? Yeah. Okay. So we know that now CompTIA has the CASHAPP exam. So y'all know about the CASHAPP is the CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner, which addresses enterprise risk management. Okay. specifically enterprise risk management, which is ERM. Now NIST, whoever working at NIST, these people doing a damn thing, like for real. NIST has their integrating cybersecurity and enterprise risk management document right here. Okay, so the CASHAPP is not risk management framework, it's enterprise risk management, but it's still relevant because all of that goes together. The risk management framework is about information systems. Enterprise risk management is about everybody, okay, including IT and information systems. It's about finance, HR, facilities, all of these people managing risk, okay? So it incorporates, which is why it's enterprise, okay? So RMF is in enterprise risk management, okay? So, but I just wanted y'all to see that there, that NIST is on the ball, okay? They know there is no RMF without ERM, okay? There has to be an enterprise first before you, you have a risk management framework. So this is really good. I love NIST. NIST is doing the daggone thing. CompTIA, and this is not the CASP. This is something else, all right? CompTIA has their hand in the RMF, the risk management framework from NIST and DoD. DoD has their thing too, or DoD uses this exclusively for IT. But the Center for Development and Security Excellence, this is free. Like, you can actually go here and take this, like right now. Now, the only thing is they need to update it because they don't have the prepare phase. Okay, they do need to update it, but it's good. I mean, it's fine. Okay, so and CompTIA, helped to create this. Okay, I think they need to come out with an equivalent of the CAP. They do have the CASP, but I think they need to come out with something that's specifically for the RMF as well. But they've helped in creating this. So, if you're studying for it or you just want to know about it, this is a good place to go for that. Okay. Now, these folks right here, they offer a certification in RMF. Now, this is specifically for the Department of Defense. Okay. If you work for DoD, you want to work for DoD, I suggest you go here and become, what do they call these people? A registered DoD RMF practitioner. Okay, this is a certification. It ain't cheap. It's like $2,000 or something like that. But the CASP is just as much as that, if not more. All right. So this is a good cert to get. I actually want to take this train, even though I have the CAP. I want to take this one too. Okay, because I want to see the differences. Now the CAP is RMF. This is RMF, but for DoD. So I'm sure that they use DoD regs and rules and all that stuff in here that are not in the CAP. Okay. So if you're looking for a career in DoD, with information systems and all that, this may be the better thing for you. Now, don't y'all sleep on ISOs, because I know we talk a lot about NIST and RMF and all that, but the ISOs, these people know what they're doing too. Okay, ISO 31000 on risk management. I got the I forget the name of the company, but I was going to get this risk management certification. I have the book. That thing is amazing. You hear me? It is amazing. I'm telling you, it's so good. So they have a certification as well. You can become a certified ISO 31000 internal control risk analyst. Okay, you can get trained, and they include enterprise risk management as well in this. Okay. The ISOs are really good. They really, really, really are. Don't sleep on it. I mean, it'll really add value to your resume, your portfolio, your all that. Okay, so I would definitely 100% suggest that you do that as well. Okay. All right. So, okay. Next in the news, let's look at some under the radar job boards. Okay, so we're familiar with Indeed and Dice, right? And All them other ones we're familiar with, okay? But there's some out there that I promise you've never heard of, okay? And they're really good. Like, they're very, very interesting. So let's go over here to this screen. I can show you these, okay? Now, the first one is for individuals who are differently abled, okay? That's what I say different. I don't like disabled. I don't like that. I just don't. I feel like they're just differently abled. That's all. They can do different things than we can do. You know, they have different strengths than we have. You know, everybody's just differently abled. Everybody. I'm differently abled than other people. You know what I'm saying? Disabled make it sound like they're missing something, which is ridiculous. Okay. All right. So this one is disabled person. Okay. You see how they have abled like that. Disabled person, and if you have some kind of other ability, then this is the place where you would want to be. There's also what is it called? Ability links. Did I put that one up here? Yes, ability links. Now I love how they define who they are. It says they're for differently abled individuals with unique abilities regarding mobility, neurodiversity, hearing, learning, vision, and mental health. I love that definition. I love it. Okay, so if you or somebody you know is differently abled, here's you can still go to Indeed and USA Jobs and all that, but there are websites like this specifically for people who are differently abled. Okay. Really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I love this. Also, we have one I saw that was really interesting. Okay. It's called Working, Not Working. Now, I went ahead because it was, see, the logo is up here, W and another W with a cross in it. Now, I went ahead and I signed up for this because I wanted to see, it sounded very interesting. So I wanted to see what it was about. It's 100% for creatives, okay? This is what it asks for. In addition to, they want to know your skills and all that, but they also ask for your portfolio of work. I was so happy when I saw that because I was able to upload mine right then and there, okay? At least one of them, because I'm working on the second one, okay? Job titles, mine, I put strategist, writer. I put strategist and writer and project manager. Other ones they had were app developer, composer, back-end developer, furniture designer, music producer, creative technologist, okay? They also asked for your skills, but there's one question they asked that I was so excited to see. They said, what do you make? I loved it. What do you make? That's what people want to know. The people who you're looking to get, those of us who are looking for jobs or other jobs, better jobs, higher paying jobs. What do you make? I love that question. I love it. Okay, so, and some of the stuff I put was personas, social media content, presentations. They have a drop down where you just put in, what do you make? Okay, what content are you creating? And we talk about this all the time. On my Patreon, I have a whole bunch of stuff about that for the career mentoring part, right? It's about people want to see like what you're actually creating, what's out there that was born of you. Okay, what are you making? All right, because we want to be more than consumers. All right, we don't just want to be back here consuming stuff, we actually want to be providing things and creating things as well. Okay, so these are some under the radar job board. Oh, there's one more I want to show you that's so interesting. Now, just like the one for differently abled, there are job boards for very specific things. Like if you only want to work in careers in grocery stores, like that's what you do, the warehouses and all that. If that's where you are and that's what you do, and I promise, cybersecurity is all up and through these things. Okay, I'm telling you, because y'all know. All right. If you're looking for cyber, you like working in grocery stores, you have your own job board right here. Okay. Now let me show you something here. Lidl. We have a Lidl around here. I don't know if y'all have a Lidl. Let me show you. Do I have it here? Yeah, here you go. Let me take this down real quick. Lidl is kind of like, what's that other cheap grocery store they got around there? What is that called? Aldi. It's kind of like Aldi. All right. So Lidl, cybersecurity startup XM Cyber acquired by grocery store giant Schwartz Group. This happened like 3 days ago. Okay. Now, so it says the grocery store giant will leverage XM Cyber's technology to further secure its own digital services, while XM Cyber will also remain a security product provider to third-party partners and customers, the buyer said. Read between the lines, and it sounds like Schwartz Group will leverage XM Cyber to protect its own supply chain along with partner supply chains. Okay, now I went to, let me show you XM Cyber. So grocery stores, if you want to work in the grocery store, you got your own job board. And other things, okay, like if you want to work in child care centers, like that's all you want to do is work with kids, okay, because you love the kids. There are job boards just for that. And you think child care centers don't need cybersecurity professionals? Yeah, they do. They do. We can literally go anywhere, unless all they're using is paper and pencil. If all they're using is paper and ink pens, there's not much you could do there. Okay, at least not as a cyber professional. But if they got any kind of IT at all, I don't care if it's a smart air conditioner in the window, they need a cybersecurity professional. You understand? Okay. Now let's go look at XM Cyber. This is very interesting. Okay, and I need to look in this a little bit more because XM Cyber is doing some things. Okay, let me show you XM Cyber over here. Here they go. Now Lidl just acquired these folks. Okay, now what they do, it's a platform, right? Because what they're saying here is right now in the SOC, y'all doing too much. You're doing too much in the SOC. You got all these alerts, all these logs, all this stuff, you know, it's too much. And the important stuff, the SolarWinds stuff, you're right up under your nose, okay? Because you're dealing with the you know, the little bits and pieces around here. All right. Now, this is what they say. We know why we have to do it, okay? But these folks right here are like, you know, we're not doing all that. They're very, very specific. They say because they have this AI tool and technology, they do breach and attack simulations. So they only focus on the stuff that can get through and own your system, okay? Because that's the stuff you don't want to happen. You don't want nobody up in there taking control of decisions and everything else from you. So they say this is what they do. Okay, they're there for the big game. They do big game hunting, all right? While y'all out there shooting squirrels and raccoons and stuff, okay? That's what they say. Now they have if you go to, what is it, the homepage somewhere on here. Here you go. This video right here, I think it's like 18 minutes or something, whatever, but it'll tell you all about the platform and what they do. It was too long, so I was gonna play it, but it was too long. Maybe it's like 8 or 10 minutes or something. But go look at that right there. But Lidl, the grocery store, they've acquired this, okay, because grocery stores know what's up for them and their supply chains, okay? It looks like a really awesome tool. It really does. All right. That is it for the job boards. Stop sharing this. Okay. Next, Cybersecurity after dark. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the sex drug with a security clearance side effect. Okay. Now the article that I'm going to post for you to go back and read. Hey, Kareem. XM is a third party and might be part of your edge system. Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Kareem. All right. So what is the sex drug with a security clearance side effect? So this article that I'm going to post was written by an attorney who has actually represented individuals who needed him after they almost got their security clearance taken away. Okay. So he wrote this article. And in it, he says, people are losing their careers over an honest mistake. The mistake is poppers or alkyl nitrites. I hope I said that correctly. Let me show you what I'm talking about now. I know y'all don't know what poppers are. Nobody out there looking at me knows what poppers are, right? Here they go. Here go some of them. Poppers are used primarily by gay men and people who prefer anal sex. And why do they use it? Okay, there goes some. Here goes some more. Because it has 3 temporary physiological effects. It lowers blood pressure, it increases the heart rate, and it relaxes muscles. A particular set of muscles, okay, which is why it's part of cybersecurity in the black. Now, what in the world do poppers and anal sex have to do with a security clearance? Okay, 2 primary things. Number 1, question number 23 on the SF-86 questionnaire for national security. Okay, and now all y'all with security clearance, we know what that is. That damn form took me like 7 hours to complete. I'm telling you, they ask for everything. So question number 23. Okay, that's one of them. So that question is about controlled substances and prescription drugs. And it lists amyl nitrate as an example under the category of inhalant. Now, it's ambiguous, which is why attorneys have to get involved, all right? Because the nitrate was used in the past and was like, you had to have a prescription or something like that. But now the nitrite is used, but it's still poppers and, and all that. So that question on that form is number 1. Now, number 2, where this stuff comes up and can compromise your security clearance is in the polygraph interviews. Okay, and he says where examinees are pressed about anything else that might fall under the category of drug use. Do you mention poppers or not? Some of them are not mentioned in poppers, okay, and they're getting in trouble. So the attorney who wrote this, he says there is ambiguity around use of poppers that leaves their use open to interpretation. And the attorney said, and he said this, the National Security Agency, NSA, has an odd fixation with poppers, old boy said in the article, okay? So he said, if you are applying for work with the NSA that requires a clearance, be careful, okay? Because they have an odd fixation on poppers at the NSA. Okay, I don't know what that's all about, but that's what he said. Okay, I ain't saying he said. So y'all look out for that. Okay. All right. Well, that is all for the news tonight, y'all. I told you it was going to be really interesting, and I think it was. All right. Next time. Okay, I'm gonna have, I've been curating all kinds of just amazing, interesting stories. All right. So we're going to have our regular cybersecurity news, and then cybersecurity after dark next time. Y'all going to want to be here. I'm telling you. Okay. This is news you can use. Okay. I just tell you stuff. You can use this, right? All right. So y'all have a great holiday. Okay. And, you know, go get that second, third plate or whatever, you know, you got going on tonight. And I'm going to see y'all back here next time. Good night.